Having long been looking for a light tank, the Indian Army recently began Project Zorawar, roughly translated as Project Powerful, which calls for the introduction of indigenous light tanks adapted to operations in high-altitude zones. The Indian Army is looking for a light tank with a 25-ton weight limit and the same firepower as its traditional tanks. In addition, the military wants them to be equipped with loitering weapons, artificial intelligence, tactical drone integration for surveillance to offer situational awareness, and an active defense system, Ashish Dangwal reports. L&T is now selected as a development partner for the homegrown light tanks, according to Jayant D. Patil, Senior Executive Vice President for the Defense at L&T, who made this statement to Janes on September 16. As reported by Ashish Dangwal, while the company is involved in the platform's development, he said that L&T is not assured a role in the tank's production phase. Patil explained that under the Indian process, development and manufacturing contracts could not be combined. Developed equipment has to undergo field evaluation trials and emerge successful for the induction clearance, and then, the production ordering process begins, he added. Patil did not go into detail about L&T's involvement in the project, Ashish Dangwal comments. However, the company is working with the state-owned organization on the development project. We are planning to disclose a prototype by the end of 2023, the source added. The project is overseen by the Combat Vehicles Research and Development Establishment of the DRDO. As widely known, the Indian Army wants to get light tanks to counter China in high-altitude areas like Ladakh. After the border conflict with China in the summer of 2020, India initially considered purchasing the Russian light tank Sprut SDM-1, but the move did not go further. A request for information for 350 light tanks in the 25-ton weight category was released by the Directorate General of Mechanized Forces in April 2021 on behalf of the Ministry of Defense, Ashish Dangwal reports. However, the country has now decided to develop its own light tank rather than import them. But the production and upkeep of India's imported fleet of tanks had been impeded by the interruption in the world supply chain for defense-related components caused by the ongoing Russia-Ukraine crisis. India must therefore create its own light tank. Indian Army's Lieutenant Colonel J.S. Sodhi told the Eurasian Times, "Light tanks can tremendously enhance the combat potential in the high-altitude areas as they can be tailor-made to the existing infrastructure like bridges and roads and will have great maneuverability to give a better combat edge to the Indian Army." The Russian-origin T-90S Bhishma and T-72M1 Ajay tanks weigh about 46 tons. Arjun Mk.1A, India's indigenous main battle tank, weighs around 68.5 tons. These tanks are not adapted to high-altitude regions. China, on the other hand, operates many modern tanks that are employed in combat as a blend of medium and light tanks with high power-to-weight ratios. In the last 2 years, Beijing has positioned the most recent ZTL-11 wheeled armored personnel carriers, CSK series assault vehicles, and ZTQ-15, Type 15, third-generation modern light tanks along the LAC in eastern Ladakh.